I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
Swiss Chalet's festive special is back. Canada's favorite rotisserie chicken, cranberry sauce, stuffing, Lindor chocolates, and a scratch and win card where everyone's a winner. It's a tradition truly worth sharing. The festive special, only at Swiss Chalet.
Hailey Armstrong.
Hey guys, we got you in here.
Team Artichuk is currently, I believe, 14 CTRS. Artichuk is throwing blue stones with hammer as we just joined the feed. Thank you for being here.
Hey Sean, are you in here?
Curl a little bit here and a jab.
A little bit of early advantage to Team Artichuk.
All right, Olivia, I'm just getting your setup now. You might as well jump in.
So, is this still Savvy You Flow?
Yep, same one still.
This is Jamie Smith throwing second stones for Team Artichuk.
Okay.
And they've elected very quickly to go around the corner guard as they have.
So I'm just getting things live now.
Yeah, no problem.
I don't know where commentary is yet.
I think he's alone.
Slides a little back.
Yeah, but I don't see him on there. I haven't heard him respond yet.
Pretty tough chase though, right, Sandra?
Well, they saw where they had the broom. You could angle freeze on that and basically, neutral.
All right, so I'm going to get this one live, and then I'm going to get you to push open when I tell you.
Stone on the back and look for
Fifth row on the left. Don't hit it yet.
They're throwing second stones for the Hailey Armstrong rig. And they've got to work on this one. Grace Holyoke working on this one.
Yeah, that's really starting to cut. I will hang around. That's a break for them.
I've been going around the red, effectively corner guard. It's early in the end, but she's three hunting, I think, when she does that. She could have elected to go around her own corner guard as well.
All right, you can hit open now. Oh, I'm going to jump in there quick and fix.
I'm here.
Another nice throw by Jamie Smith. The sweepers like it. Might also go a little bit deep.
Okay, yours to jump back in again.
All right.
All right.
There you
actually like this call.
All right, so it looks like our commentator is here. He was just muted.
Slightly closer to the center line, so you can kind of build your way back there.
Can you close that window of the house there? Canadore College. Just click on the X. Close it.
Yeah, great point, Sandra. I
That's
like that
Scoreboard. Drag it to the right. No, leave it there. Sorry, we need to click on a game in the second draw. So drag, scroll
too.
down
Working hard on this.
and go. You need to drag that taskbar or the bar
Now, I'm being
over.
a little bit light on a
Click
shot
next
like
draw.
this, but
Yeah,
I think you don't want to be giving them another corner guard.
and
So some
then
early trouble for Team Hailey
Rizzo.
Armstrong,
Just click on the Rizzo name. Yeah, English. Good.
as those corners are now
Okay, so
staggered.
we are live now. So in the row, we can just stop on that for now. Go into the buttons. The second row of
Smith
click on away split below.
throwing third stone
Fourth row.
Artichuk, and this is her first.
Yeah, away split. There you go. Now we got the other end. Now we figure out what's going on. Figure out how many rocks have been thrown. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go.
Don't edit there. Use your buttons to edit them down.
Okay.
This looks pretty nice. It
Yellow
should
is
stay
blue.
ahead of the T
Yeah.
line. Great
Red
shot.
over blue, so red is still red.
Haley wasting no time. She wants to draw around that between the two
Okay.
blues. She can even show a piece if she gets back there. But Team Armstrong's got to hustle up and find draw weight, I think, in order to escape this end with
The other
minimal damage.
Yeah, if they can even, show just a piece and maybe even get a half shot out of the other team, and they can,
I can
like I
hear
said,
the
start to
other
build their way
commentary.
back to center.
Yeah, that's just through my computer over here.
They're at a point where there's not going to be a blank.
He could move that red stone a little bit, but I think that's pretty unlikely.
Well, they looked at it. It looked like they were considering a hit and roll over to the other side of the 4-foot. But then what you do is you leave that red one sitting at the back of the 4 for, for them the other team to come around and sit in front of it, and they still have a chance for a deuce. So right now it's like, what's the best way to get a force?
Yeah, if Hailey makes a good throw here, it could be the force could be on for sure. Nice curl here. Hailey just shepherds it in there. Evelyn on the outside, and Hailey, they're straightening it out a little bit, and a very nice toss for Armstrong to lie 2.
I don't know. You could almost like clip that one out of there and get rid of both of them, couldn't you?
I agree. I agree, Sandra. Still some danger. It looks like she's playing kind of the freeze tap. Maybe straight freeze, as a matter of fact. But I agree, not a bad opportunity for her to have. I mean, it's going to jam on that blue somewhere. It's whether the red will go can go further than the back 8 blue.
Yeah.
Emma Artichuk with her first here in the first end at the Swiss Chalet Women's Curling Stadium in North Bay. Over curled a little bit and leaves red shot stone.
And they'll probably just put a guard on that. And she'll have, depending on where the guard sits, a tough shot to get for 1.
To score, yeah. So far, early on, it looks like a pretty consistent curl that they've got a handle on pretty quickly in the latter half of this first end, which makes the guard more likely to be made. They may have chosen about top 12. I'm not sure. Hailey's asking for a little bit more ice. Alice Holyoke is in the house tonight. She's got a little bit of an injury, so Grace is out there brushing, and Alice is holding the broom in the house. Maybe something to keep an eye on, as she's a little bit less familiar with working from the house.
That's starting to come now.
They may choose to play off of that blue stone. And they do. The button's open. She may be taking a look at just moving that a couple of inches, but I think first priority is throw a T-line draw. And if the sweepers love it and they think they can nudge that thing, then they'll probably try it. But I don't think you would throw it that way, would you, Sandra? Trying to make that 2?
No. Well, yeah, they're just...
Make the draw and see if you love it enough.
Yeah, that's right. I know that she's pointing at the guard because the guard's high and things just sort of like hang and cut around the hog line or just before. So you have to be careful that you make it past on the guard, the corner guard side first.
Emma Artichuk, last rock of the end here. A little bit of pressure. Sweepers seem to like it.
It is. Is it really dying? It looks like it's dying.
Yep, looks like it's grabbing, and it's going to be a steal of one for Team Hailey Armstrong in the first end, and we'll be right back.
Pictures of these players.
And we're back in the second end here at the Swiss Chalet Women's Curling Stadium from the North Bay Granite Club in beautiful North Bay, Ontario. We've got 24 teams in this Spiel. And we've got a hot contest between Team Hailey Armstrong and Team Emma Artichuk. Team Hailey Armstrong playing out of the High Park Club in the West End of Toronto, one of the world's great curling clubs. And Emma Artichuk, I believe, is playing out of Northern Ontario, and I'm sorry, I do not know which club they're out of. First stones, Lauren Rajala. Being asked to throw the corner. You see, I think, Sandra, you see less and less of going around that center guard on the first rock. I guess especially because it's particularly tight in this case.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was watching a game last week, and I've seen it kind of both ways. I guess it just depends on, like how comfortable teams are with it getting messy on like the second end.
Mm-hmm. How comfortable they are with making runbacks from the middle of the lineup.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more of a high wire act, I think, to throw that corner guard in a game that's obviously still close.
Yeah, like you said, that the red center is like, I mean, it's almost a biter, right? Did they look at it?
I would imagine they would have hit it if it were, but so Alice trying to go around that one. She's a little bit tight. That's okay, though. I don't think that's a terrible miss. Another rock in the front's not too bad. So it's in the house now.
Yeah.
We've got that second screen now that's really helping us, isn't it, Sandra?
Yeah, and so she's going to try and do like 2 or 3 things with one stone here, right? So get rid of the center guard and maybe roll in behind their corner.
Looks pretty close. Oh, that snapped pretty hard, and she's not going to get that roll behind the corner. Hailey's going to come around it. Evelyn Robert with her first stone in the second end, trying to come around that blue rock. Emma's going to try for this roll and maybe make a double in the process. I think she's looking for the roll first, though. Out turn across the face.
Yeah.
Very close.
Yeah, and that one's moving too.
Very nice shot by Jamie Smith. Jamie works at Domestic Violence Help Center in Waterloo, Ontario. Here's a replay. That's a terrific shot, and it's worth a replay. Jamie Smith, double in a roll. And we're going to see a attempt at a double here by Evelyn. They've got to hold that, and good shot.
Yeah, and they leave themselves a center guard again. So
Leave a center guard. That's terrific. Great call again, Sandra. Oh, and a replay. You're going to take a replay. I'm taking a replay back. Emma still has the corner guard to work with. That hasn't been disturbed through this whole process.
nice shot.
Another nice shot by Jamie
Yep.
Smith. Are we going to get a
You can
replay
see a
on that
little
one?
bit of it.
Wow. It's hard.
So she's calling for board weight, and it's kind of an either or shot.
Yeah,
Right?
with board weight, even if you take that guard, you could end up rolling into the house at least.
Exactly.
But you got to get something out of this shot, that's for sure. From my vantage point, it looks like a fair bit of ice, even for a board weight shot, such that you get at least something out of it. And the outside sweeper's on it.
Oof, so close. They were probably thinking that they might get a snap like they do on the outside in, but it just didn't really happen for them on
Right.
the inside out.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. You think that she had a little bit more rotation?
It
on
could
that
be.
shot?
I think that's how Grace throws with that kind of rotation. So that might have been kind of predictable, the rotation in particular. But you might be right. Toward the off the center line may be different. But I think the point is there they really needed to get something out of that shot, either the guard or the shot rock,
Yeah.
because this gives control of the end back to Emma Artichuk for sure. Grace Holyoke second, here in the second end in North Bay.
Roll to a biter. Yeah, I kind of like the draw.
I do too. You mean the draw around the center instead of freezing to the back?
Well,
Or
I
you
mean,
like this freeze?
This freeze is fine. Her first motion was for a hit, and
Yeah.
you know, I mean,
Yeah, I agree. That rock's probably not going to get on the scoreboard, and it can help them right now.
yeah,
Another option for her might have been to draw around the center.
yeah.
Megan Smith with a good shot. It makes the roll back toward the center a little bit more difficult. I'm not even sure you want to roll toward the center and behind that center guard.
Yeah, not really, probably, but especially since you would be back behind the tee line. And
Might be good to nose it and then hope for a rollout, some kind of a small mistake on skipped rocks.
so she threw about a 9.5 there.
Okay, that's grabbing the back. Looks like Emma's going to go around the center.
No, she's going to the wing again.
Oh, I'm sorry, she is.
Yeah, she's going out to the wing. You know, I mean, obviously she's trying to split the house, but they do have a center guard there that if they say, you know what, we're just going to come around our center guard, that could take away her end. Like you said.
Yeah, that would be a tough call right now at this stage of the game, right?
I mean, this is her first rock, right? Skips first.
This is Skip's first, yep.
So she could just say, I'm going to come around their center guard.
Yeah, and I think this is a bit more of a conservative play to get 2, right? The aggressive play to try to get 3 would be to come around the center.
Yeah.
And if you go deep, then you could be taking yourself out of the end.
And is she a little...
Sweepers are working this hard.
Yeah. They are dragging it.
Yep, they maybe like to see that overhead now.
Nope.
Okay, it looks like Hailey's going to have a second chance at choose to come around or chase.
See, that's the danger of leaving the center guard. And she could have come around it herself, forced the other skip to, make a really good shot or even a run back for her last one.
I think she was really counting on making that draw and then having Armstrong make a hit and then taking her two. But so far, anyway, the plans have not worked out. And it's another opportunity for Hailey Armstrong to put some pressure on Emma Artichuk here in the second end. Last rock for Hailey. Throwing red stones without hammer. Scores Armstrong 1, Artichuk nothing after one end. Here we go with Hailey's attempt to draw around center. Sweepers are close, but not touching it. A little heavy and they couldn't sweep it. Yeah. Okay,
right.
She's through the house and Emma has a draw here for two. She has a good feel for this path, and so do the brushers. She just threw down this path, and I expect Emma to be close.
Looks good.
Good shot, and at the end of two ends, the score is 2-1 for Team Emma Artichuk over Team Armstrong, and we'll be right back. Thank you for being here.
Any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
And we're back in North Bay. Steve Robert along with Sandra McMakin. So good of you to join us here at Curling Stadium, the Swiss Chalet Women's Curling Stadium from North Bay. Team Emma Artichuk throwing blue stones is up 2-1. Hailey Armstrong has hammer in the second. This is Alice Holyoke looking for a corner guard. It needs to stop, and I think it will.
Okay, so Artichuk says, you know what? We tried to put up center guard and slipped in a little bit, so we're just going to put back our center guard.
We're in the third end here in North Bay. Lauren Rajala is a forensic science student. She's played many years with Emma, with a kind of a break in between.
It's a nice guard, not quite on center.
Alice Holyoke is going to attempt to go around the corner guard that she placed on her first. Grace is working hard on this. Just a bit of a rub. This is Jamie Smith having a stellar game so far. A little bit tight here. And she rolls out. And this is Evelyn Robert being asked to go behind the corner guard. Evelyn is a two-time Canadian Junior silver medalist. Once with Emily Duchenne and once with Julia Markle. She is also a U Sports first team All-Canadian.
This is really starting to move now behind that guard. Looks good. Is it going to stay ahead of the T line? Just a little bit behind. Okay, another one of these either or shots, and like you say, they have to get something out of the shot, whether it's moving that guard or the shot rock in the house.
That's on the guard, I think.
But
But she's going to get some kind of a roll.
like, it's pretty good.
Pretty good shot.
Yeah. So it's another shorty guard, blocking off the right side of the court.
I think you deal with these two rocks on the top of the house, and you can do it. You can hit the top one thin to avoid the back red and still make the shot, and I think even possibly score it in.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of this call.
I kind of agree. I think that the two rocks at the front of the house are, you know, they're just awfully dangerous for the team that has the hammer.
I think they're a big problem. I think Hailey just wasn't liking the jam possibility with the double, but you could make
Yeah.
that very, very thin. This is on the guard. Megan Smith asking for clarification on the weight she's being asked for. We're on sheet C here in North Bay. Lounge looks pretty full. People are having a North Bay on a Friday night. Are you kidding? What better place to be than the curling club?
Okay, so
There's a break.
yeah, I'm going to clear the front of the house a little bit more. Make sure that she has some sort of a straightforward shot for her last one. Not that it isn't straightforward right now. I mean, those two rocks are just biting the 12-foot, right? So if the other team thinks one around, it changes.
I prefer this call. I think you do too, Sandra.
I do.
Well, not exactly that way. I think Grace was wide.
Yeah.
Sandra, how do you like this call?
Well, I like it. I think that if you can get one around the top four.
Yeah, I just feel it might have gone around the outturn side to avoid that short run double, but it can work out well.
We'll
There's
see
a lot
how
of good
much.
places
Yeah,
for
we'll
this.
see how much that it actually like dives over.
Yeah. All right, I think Grace is going to want to make this one a little bit better. Here's Grace Holyoke with her second for Team Armstrong. Needing a good to get close to nose on this to make perhaps a run double. They're on and off it. I think they like it a lot. Good shot. Didn't quite get it out of the 4-foot.
Yeah.
2-1 for Team Artichuk here. Artichuk here playing the third end. Armstrong has hammer. Emma looking to lie to and exert a little bit of pressure on Hailey
If he
Armstrong.
rolls a little further over toward center, he could actually, create quite a bit of pressure. No. That's unfortunate. If she would have got the other roll, she would have been touching the ring somewhere.
Yes. Where would you like to go here, Sandra? Would you like to roll away a couple of rocks or roll under?
Yeah, I mean, it's behind the tree line. She's probably better off to roll away. I mean, she could roll all the way over behind the little corner guard on the side, but that's kind of a long roll.
You want to be conservative and keep it in a place where Emma has to make a hit as opposed to being able to draw around that center.
Yeah.
I don't know if they wanted the roll, but they got it. Still a pretty good situation for the blank. However, with a perfect roll, there can be a little bit of pressure applied. Emma Artichuk, veteran of the junior and now women's circuit. A lot of success, a great junior career. She is in Teachers College. And this is her last year in the third end.
Right.
So great to have Sandra McMakin here with us at the Swiss Chalet Women's Curling Stadium in North Bay. This is Hailey Armstrong's last shot here in the third, a blank attempt. She wants to take hammer to the fourth.
Well, this looks pretty good.
No trouble. And we'll be back for the fourth end with the score Emma Artichuk 2, Hailey Armstrong 1, and Armstrong will retain hammer in the fourth.
Swiss Chalet's festive special is back. Canada's favorite rotisserie chicken, cranberry sauce, stuffing, Lindor chocolates, and a scratch and win card where everyone's a winner. It's a tradition truly worth sharing. The festive special, only at Swiss Chalet.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
For over 20 years, the Sandra Schmirler Foundation has granted more than $9 million to hospitals across Canada for life-saving equipment for premature and critically ill babies. In the past 4 years alone, $4 million has been granted thanks to the curling community's incredible generosity. The need continues year-round, and with your help, we can ensure every baby has the chance to grow up and become a champion, just like Sandra.
Join us this March for the House of Hearts Charity Bond Spiel in Duluth, Minnesota. Help raise funds for Project Joy, who provides meals for hungry kids in our community. Every donation helps to ensure no child goes hungry. Join us and make a difference. Together, we can spread joy.
And we're back in North Bay. So good to be here. 24 teams in this Bonspiel. 24 women's teams here in the Swiss Chalet Women's Curling Stadium. Team M Artichuk would like to mention a few of their sponsors. Those being Shea Mark Bakery, their title sponsor, Stu Cells, and also See What She Can Do, uniting women around the power of sport.
And there was an attempt to come around to center guard on first rock for Hailey Armstrong. Just rubbed a little bit.
Lauren Rajala did not manage to stay in the rings. So a chance again for Alice to make this come around. Here in the fourth end, sorry about the scoreboard, still indicates third. We're in the fourth end here in North Bay. Alice is a court reporter, and she's going back to school soon for medical laboratory technology. Her home club is the High Park Club, as well as the team's home club. Some of the other players are spread around. Alice and her sister Grace both play out of the High Park Club for their club curling. And this is the first year they've ever played together. And that includes Bantam, Junior, Interclub, anything. They've never played together, and they're really glad to be playing together for the first time this year on the Hailey Armstrong rink. Didn't get under, but I think Emma looking for an inside roll on this is a little bit aggressive. At least from my vantage point, looks like edge on edge, pretty tough to get under.
Yeah, she was having the air between there. But she's thinking this one down late. She could maybe get enough curl after that guard to get a little bit of a roll.
Well, if Emma wasn't going to be conservative with the broom, Lauren was. Rather, Jamie. Here's Evelyn Robert. She's in her third year at McMaster University, double major in health and society and anthropology. She also works at the Thirsty Cactus in Dundas. Pretty busy schedule. I know she's, in addition to being on the curling ice as much as she can, she's in the gym several days a week. One day's leg day, one day's upper body day, one day's core. I don't even know what that stuff means. Well, some over curls early in the game, and whether the ice is changing or they're just not finding it, we've seen a number of under curls here. Putting the back end of the Hailey Armstrong rink in a position again of having to make some good shots. Jamie Smith second. They've got that under control.
Wow, that
She's
is
not wide. Yep, good
Yeah.
brushing.
So, I don't know what to think about it. It's really deadly.
Nice straight back by Lauren. Good form. A lot of weight on that broom head. Her head's right over the top, and she was very effective there in saving that.
So Armstrong has the hammer. I'm not sure that she actually, well, hard to tell where those rocks are, but I'm not sure that she actually has to hit this if she's going for a deuce.
The Armstrong team's still searching just a little bit early in this game in the first half. Emma Artichuk now working with the center guard. This is Megan Smith. She's a supply teacher.
So she's taking about 6 inches less ice than Armstrong did. So we'll see where her walk ends up. But she can definitely, if she sort of staggers them in behind the center guard and one at the back, that would be
great observation, Sandra.
Yeah.
Yeah, great observation and great observation, Sandra. Yeah, on the amount of broom she was getting, and I think if she was a couple of feet heavier, she would have made it based on that broom. But she got something out of that shot for sure. Not having hammer and another rock there in the front of the house, pretty good.
So right here, she's trying to figure out how to get. Is she trying to figure out how to get both those guards off, because really the rock on the right, although it's guarding the rock at the back 4, it is a corner guard. So if she's still trying to get a deuce, it's the center guard that needs to go.
Number of half shots by Team Armstrong has put them in a little bit of trouble, and they've got to work their way out of this now. With at least the force in play, I would say.
Yeah.
Hailey's going to try to get to the center line side of this and get a lot out of it. And she can. I think the rocks may be arranged such that she can make a double and get under there. Grace Holyoke.
Oh, nice shot.
That's a great shot. That leaves red sitting 1, but open.
Yeah, the really good thing about this shot is that she's rearranged things to like open up the center of the house. So if you look at this house, he's got the corner guards. I mean, there's opportunities here for her to still get a 2.
You're right, Sandra. It's a lot better than it was. The 4-foot is likely going to be open to some degree. Emma, I think, wants to get right to nose here to have that rock available for an Armstrong come around. She's not narrow. They've got the outside sweeper on it, and they're having a look at that jam possibility. I think they're getting to nose okay. Great shot. Also a really good carve by Jamie Smith. I think she did help to move that over to get to nose.
Yeah, so it looks like they'd be looking at whether they can sort of hit the one closest to center and then maybe pop the other one out the side. But I don't think she really has to do that. She doesn't really need to get rid of both those rocks. Yeah, just to try and make sure that whatever happens with her shooter, it's as buried as she can get it underneath that the red corner guard.
Evelyn working hard on this. I think Emma Artichuk would like to position this rock. Has she chosen, Sandra, to go around that rock and leave the 4 foot open?
I think that, well, judging from where her bloom is, it looks like she's more coming around the rock. Because if
I kind of like that original call of being top 12, top 8, so that
in the center. So then she would have to choose.
Yeah.
And probably have to just come around with the draw. But this is a lot less out. So she is coming around and using the blue as like a kind of a short corner guard, or I guess if she wicks off of it or something, that would work as well too.
Terrific shot.
Yeah.
Going to force Hailey to draw the 4 foot. And it's the big shot in the game. Last stone for Hailey Armstrong here in the 4th. Grace Holyoke and Evelyn Robert on the brushes. And they're being told to take this to the tee line. Calling tee. But now they're getting off it a little bit. And that's going to be a steal of 2 for, oh no, sorry.
Just 1.
Pardon me, steal of 1 for Artichuk here in the 4th end. Got ahead of myself. Score at the end of 4. Thank you, Sandra. Score at the end of 4 is Artichuk 3, Armstrong 1. We'll be right back.
Handcrafted in Canada, Hardline's ice pad has revolutionized curling for over a decade. Engineered with top-tier precision and durability, it is backed by an unmatched 10-year warranty. Designed for curlers at all levels to sweep effortlessly with maximum efficiency, it is trusted by the world's best curlers, including Olympic and world champions. It is quite simply the best broom in the game. Hardline. Join the revolution.
Hey Canada, head on down to Montana's and get the best of both worlds. Enjoy our 7-ounce sirloin aged for 50 days, flame grilled and served with your choice of 2 sides and onion rings. Just $25.99 every day. Plus, for a limited time, add a Canadian lobster tail to surf your turf. Only $10 more. Dive into this or our lobster spinach dip, lobster mac and cheese, and more. Only for a limited time. Come for the barbecue, stay for the flavor. Only at Montana's, Canada's home for barbecue.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
So with that, Team Artichuk gains control. Here in the 5th, Hailey Armstrong retains hammer, down 3-1.
Yeah, I think that there's their scoreboard. They're missing their blank end, right?
I think you're right. Yes.
The third end is a blank, and so I mean the score is correct. It's just the end is the right one.
Sandra, do you think we should get out there as coaches and teach them the curling scoreboard? Who are you coaching these days, Sandra?
Well, this year I'm coaching a junior men's team from Wisconsin.
Okay, and what's their name?
Their name is Team Cadlick.
Sorry?
Team Cadlick.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So this is the second year that I've been coaching them. They're actually U18. Super talented and a lot of fun.
Oh, good. And do they have a chance to go to junior nationals as U18s?
They do. They do.
Good.
So they've been to a couple of Manitoba Curling Tour events. So they were at the Icebreaker, and then they were at the Atkins Spiel.
So the men's events.
The men's events.
Wow,
yeah.
Great. That's great.
Yeah. So they did super well at the Icebreaker. They almost, they were tied going into the last end without the hammer. And if they would have won that game, that was their very first game there. They actually would have qualified for playoffs. So,
wow. Alisolio playing the freeze as Team Armstrong has to start thinking about getting a little bit more aggressive. And this looks like it's coming in really nicely. Don't want to bump that too far. Great shot, Alice. I think that's the call. Freeze on top of that, Emma. I'd like to say hi to Greg Artichuk back in the Ottawa area. Hello, Greg, hopefully you're watching. longtime coach of youth curling. Manitic, the Ottawa Curling Club. He's done a terrific job, and a lot of these players out here have gone through Greg's coaching.
Oh, see, they just put up their blank end.
Evelyn looking to freeze. Pretty precise shot. You can't really be light or heavy on this. If you're heavy, you bounce off, and that's a problem. And if you're light, you create another guard for that shot rock.
Yeah. So, I mean, Armstrong is only down 2. So, this is a different strategy than they've tried going in the game up to this point.
It's a really nice shot.
Yeah.
If I were Emma, I don't think I'd be touching those center guards. No, that's a good play, I think.
Yeah, she could get rid of their corner guard.
Yes, you're absolutely right, Sandra. That would be a good play too.
Yeah, hit and roll over and bring play to center.
She could achieve both the peel of the corner and getting another center guard at the same time.
Yep.
Pretty good shot by Jamie. Now the front's going to have to be dealt with.
Yeah. So the angles are definitely in Artichuk's favor. So she is going to have to move some things around here.
Couple of choices here. I think you could try to make that double peel on those staggered guards, or in turn across and try to get 2 of the guards from the one that's off the center line on the intern side.
Yeah.
I don't love this because it only gets rid of 1 guard. I think you want to get rid of 2 while you have a chance. What do you think,
Yeah.
Sandra?
I think so. And she's kind of looking at what's going to happen, with regards to jamming on her corner guard, but it actually kind of doesn't matter. Right? So if she jams and that red corner guard turns blue, she still has a corner guard.
Like about a 7-second peel for Evelyn.
This
And
is
she's a little bit narrow, but she might get rid of both. 2 of them. Pretty good shot. Would love to have gotten that red stone a little bit further off the center line.
Yeah, if only that was over, like another 6 inches or so. It's still crowding the 4 foot.
Could be a good time for this. Vice's first rock. You could peel that corner they just threw, or sorry, that center guard they just threw, because this opportunity is still going to be there a shot later.
Yeah. And you never know if they can hit it just off nose. I mean, they could pick off another guard or jiggle the rocks around in the house or do something. The rock that they just threw, the blue guard on the left side of the center. Well, at least they have a red rock to run back now.
Yep. Fifth end here, Artichuk in control, up 2 without. But there are 2 red rocks in the top above a fairly vulnerable blue shot stone. Have we seen many rocks out here, Sandra?
Well, we've seen a couple, and I'm not sure that she's taking enough ice. But we did see one that I think it was the first end that did not curl over enough. Remember, it wrecked and came over for a guard. So maybe there's a straight spot there.
We're at the Swiss Chalet Women's Curling Stadium in beautiful North Bay at the North Bay Granite. "24 teams and everyone's chasing points, trying to qualify for provincials. Many teams trying to qualify for Olympic pre-trials.
You know, I'm just not sure that this is quite enough ice. Let's see. I think she just needs 2 or 3 more inches, but I know they're trying to skinny that blue guard and tuck right in there.
Even if she doesn't make it, they could still get something out of it. As the Artichuk team has been pretty good at getting something out of just about all of their shots.
Yeah.
Good management. Not heavy. Little rub, and we may see that run in now to hopefully try to lie 3, hopefully from the point of view of the Armstrong team, not meaning hopefully from the point of view of the parents of one of the players.
You know, you can't hurt yourself running that red in.
Right. You can.
I mean, but it
100%.
is, if you look at the overhead, it's not an easy shot. It's
not.
got
It's
to
a
be
pretty
at
long
least
run.
yeah, it's pretty long. So.
And you're right, Sandra. Even if all you do is clear it, then Artichuk's going to have to make a good guard. There's a pretty wide range of score possibilities going on here in the 5th end.
Yeah.
I like the run. For the reasons you stated, Sandra.
Yeah. There they go.
A little bit of outward motion, but they've got the inside sweeper on it. They want to clear it, and okay, they've opened it. Emma Artichuk attempting a guard on her first. It's over curling a little bit. They're getting right off of it.
Yeah.
Looks like about a board waiter for Hailey Armstrong to attempt to lie 3.
Yeah, she just has to make it by that blue center guard. And I mean, you hit that front red rock anywhere. And the blue one moving.
Big chance for Hailey Armstrong here in 5th to lie 3. It's her first.
Oh,
That was very close. She lies 3. Nice shot. Good management. They almost left it too long. But they didn't.
yeah. Nice weight she threw.
Heavy was on that hard at the end, and they
Wow.
nearly rubbed. This is a big point in the game. Emma Artichuk trying to find a way to get rid of 2 stones if she can. I think it's fair to make a double. Maybe. It's a tough double.
Yeah. Well, she looks like she's throwing some weight and some spin.
Yep. Well, she's by the guard. Let's see how many she can squirt out of there.
Oh,
And 2 of
they
them.
were
So
just
that'll be
too frozen together.
Yep, they were. That was about as good as Emma could do. And now there's a draw for 3 to the ocean. With Armstrong having the opportunity to take their first lead of this game into the 6th end. Sweepers are just guiding it in. They love it. A light clean. And a 3 goes up on the board. A crooked number for Hailey Armstrong as they take a 4-3 lead into the 6th end. When we come back, Artichuk will have hammer. We'll be right back. Thanks for being here.
Don't forget your brooms.
You got it.
Come on up. Okay, what else? What do you got? You got 1, you got 2, you got...
Just one more please.
You make moments like these possible.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
'Tis the season to enjoy Swiss Chalet's festive special. Canada's favorite rotisserie chicken, cranberry sauce, stuffing, Lindor chocolates, and a scratch and win card where everyone's a winner. Your favorite tradition, the festive special. Only $17.99, only at Swiss Chalet.
We're back here in North Bay. Thank you for being here. Sandra,
Yes.
would you say that last end really illustrates the importance of positioning those rocks early in the end? They were very patient And there was just one little slip up on a misguard gave them the opportunity they were looking for.
Yeah, and we get back to on the I think it was the fourth end where Artichuk ended up stealing one. Armstrong had the hammer and was hitting, and yet when she draws, they're quite strong at drawing. She can put a lot of pressure on the other team. So it was a really well played end, and they were rewarded for a little bit more aggressive play with the hammer.
Very good. Elsewhere, Team Lattiser is up 6-3 on Team Lovett. Henderson of Scotland beat another team, and that game is over. Schwaller is up 6-2 over Brown in the 6th. Inglis and Rizzo are tied in the 6th. Katie Ford is up 5-4 over Gebert in the 6th. Lauren trying to take one out and roll under the corner here. Don't think she's going to quite get the roll. Team Armstrong would like to thank their sponsors. Lorenzo's Pizzeria, 4 locations in the Ottawa area. GQ Incorporated, which is a flooring company. Manitoulin Transport. Manitoulin Transport is a great supporter of the game of curling, and we appreciate Manitoulin. Rethreads, curling broom headmaker with repurposed broom heads. Tommy Gunn's Barbershop. Vaughan location, 31 Colossus Drive. Breeze Power Sports Financing. Hailey works with Breeze Power Sport. KBS Impact, Venture Park Real Estate, Delta Growth, and Duntroon Highlands Golf. Armstrong lies 2. Emma's going to ignore that. Really wants to score here in 6. Hailey Armstrong has played in 2 Scotties Tournament of Hearts with representing Quebec with Laurie St. George. Returned to Ontario some years ago. And she and her team would love to get back to the Scotties, as would all the women out here. A little bit of a rub. Gives Evelyn an opportunity to take out that stone and move the shooter back to the center and take the play away from the corner guard. Going to go right under. That's a good shot. Pretty difficult for Emma to be aggressive around that corner guard now, isn't it, Sandra?
Yeah, so I'm just... I mean, the rock in the center is actually the the most dangerous to them right now. Because it's
You're
sitting
right, and she is
11.
dealing with that.
That's
You're
right.
right
So
about
if
that.
she hits and rolls over, she opens up the center. The other ones are quite high in the house. She could actually use Armstrong's rocks against her.
Great point.
So they switch coming down the sheet, and they switch from one roll to the other.
Didn't roll to a terrible spot. It's not that easy to deal with.
Yeah, because if you look on the overhead, I mean, there's jam potentials there.
Another option is for Armstrong to hit that top red. But they would love to keep at least 2 reds in play. Hailey's calling for Grace to throw the in-turn peel, wants to make sure that that blue rock goes out. Even if it catches a piece of the back red.
Well, this is good. And basically they roll almost back to where it was.
Six-2. Pretty good solid peel weight from Grace Holyoke. Good shot by Megan Smith.
Yeah, but it's super short double. One back, I mean.
Yep. It rolled to a spot that is fairly easy for Armstrong to continue to lie 3 after this stone. A little bit of a stagger there, and I think Emma's going to try to use it.
You know, after Armstrong got that 3, they have got some momentum behind them now.
Yeah, I think you're right, Sandra. They seem to be have a little bit more jump in their step, throwing confidently. It's funny how you get that feeling sometimes that you wonder if it's reality or the perception of just viewing the game, but it does seem to have turned, and the Artichuk team does not seem to be as confident. They're looking for a roll here. They can roll to a good spot.
Yeah. And like,
All important to extend.
When I coach, we talk about momentum sometimes because, and players can feel it. They can feel when the game is moving towards them, and they can feel when it's slipping away from them. And really, sometimes it only takes one shot, one critical shot to switch momentum out there.
How about an inch from a terrific shot there for Megan Smith? It was really difficult to call the sweeping perfectly to get the exact roll they needed behind that stagger. The challenge here now, I think, for Hailey is to leave this rock in a place where it's difficult for Emma Artichuk to roll either behind the blue corner or behind the staggered reds.
Yeah, needs it basically out in there.
Sorry about that, folks. I thought I hit the mute button. Good looking shot by Hailey, and looks like they're going to get right to nose. Still an opportunity for Emma Artichuk to roll. I should say, Emma Artichuk's having a great year. This rink is having a great year. They had a big win over Anna Hasselborg at the High Park Club about 3 weeks ago. And a very good Spiel there. And some other really good results. So they've been terrific. Last Spiel for Hailey Armstrong in Stroud. They qualified for the playoffs. Qualified for the final 8 in, I believe, a 24-team field. So we've got some good teams out here.
Yeah, there's lots of good teams in this field. I think, the strength of field multiplier for this field, I think I started 3.
Okay.
There's, it is 3. So there's there's a good range of teams.
What's the maximum, Sandra? 6 or 7 or something?
Will we say that again?
The maximum strength of field factor?
Well, the highest that I've seen is 10.
Oh, it is 10. Okay.
Yeah. So, but I'm not sure if there's higher than that. So, at the slams this week, it's 10.
Yeah, that's a tough field.
Yeah.
Probably 10 on the men's and women's side, most slammed. So Hailey Armstrong has a chance to tuck a piece and put some pressure on Emma Artichuk's draw here in the 6th. This is curling. They've got to try and keep it out. They will not be able to, and it's going to get there. So Emma's going to have a shot to tie this game. And essentially get back to close to even. Elsewhere, Lattiser is up 8-3 on Emily Lovett after 6 ends.
Well, he's. Oh no, it's over curling.
Over curling, and it looks like it's going to be a steal of 3 for Armstrong.
Yeah.
As Armstrong grabs control of this game, up 7-3 after 6 ends.
Yeah, so she just brought her weight down too much.
We'll be right back.
She just could not hold it.
Hey Canada, there's something smoking new at Montana's. Beef brisket is now seasoned and then slow smoked in-house for 12 hours every day. Try it in our new Austin cheesesteak sandwich and other barbecue favorites. Only at Montana's, Canada's home for barbecue.
Imagine being able to stream every curling game from every sheet from any event, be it your Wednesday league game, Spiel, or corporate event. Curling Stadium offers an all-inclusive streaming solution featuring high-quality cameras, ease of use, great reliability, and minimal installation. Offering your sponsors customizable ad space on your streamed curling games and being able to sell video packages to your corporate events for increased revenue. With Curling Stadium, you can stream to any device, be it your mobile phone, tablet, or computer. Push the feed to your desired platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, or any other social media. Curling Stadium is simply the way forward. Where it's commonplace in other sports to televise every game, we want to do the same. Curling is a global sport, and it's time it gets the coverage it needs. Make your curling club the next Curling Stadium.
And we're back here at the Swiss Chalet Women's Curling Stadium. Steve Robert here along with Sandra McMakin. Team Artichuk had control and was the better team in the first half of this game. But they were unable to really take advantage and open up a substantial lead. Since then, Armstrong has taken over, and with a steal of 3 in the 6th, are up 7-3, playing in the 7th.
Yeah, and with that 4-point lead, Armstrong is just putting the rock in the house. Any guards. And what we had talked about after Armstrong got their 3 in the 5th end, there definitely seemed to be a momentum shift in this game. Armstrong just was more confident, pulling their shots and throwing. And it seemed that Artichuk was a little bit.
Now, Sandra, when you play the curling, do you like to get a 3 and then another 3 following that?
Well,
That's not
okay,
bad.
so here's
That's not
the
bad,
thing.
right?
And we were talking about this the other day. If you look at the scoreboards on Curling Zone, okay, and just look at them, the number of times that a team scores with a 3 or a 4 or a 5 and then gets another steal right after that is actually, it happens quite a bit. And I think that a lot of times it's a couple of reasons. First of all, the team that gave up the 3 is kind of a little bit short. And so they sort of go into the next end not focused on what the job at hand is, which is really you should just go back in and get your deuce.
That's a great point, Sandra. And yeah, you're right. It's really two factors. It's being shell shocked, and it's also having to play offensive and ignore the other team's rock, which is often the case after giving up a 3. But
Yeah.
you're right. Many cases, it's you could give up 3 in the second inning and be down 3-1. It's really not panic mode yet. And if
No,
all you
and
do is keep your head about you,
exactly. Because in the fifth end, and I made the comment too, Armstrong was only down 2 points.
Sure.
She had completely switched her strategy and was now playing more of a freeze game, more rocks in play, that kind of thing. It was really actually quite aggressive play, but they were doing quite well when they switched to more of a draw game. But in reality, she really was only down 2 points. Now, she ended up getting a 3 out of that. And I think some momentum. But that's the thing, too, is that.
What do you think, Sandra? Controlled aggression? Did I just coin that phrase, or was it ever used before? Controlled aggression.
Yeah. You can say just controlled assertiveness.
Okay, this is Evelyn. I'm not sure if she's being called to throw looks like she's being called to throw a tight guard. I'd like to see that a little bit deeper than that. You don't want to give the team down a long guard, but it came back to the center line fairly nicely, but left open the side where the corner guard is. So Sandra, down in the States, you guys are doing a terrific job of building the game, building curling clubs. And up here, not as much. To what do you attribute that?
Okay, so, well, I've actually belonged to 3 different curling clubs in the States. I have belonged to 3 different curling clubs in Canada, 3 different clubs in the States. The first one was in Pittsburgh, and it was on arena ice. It was a straight-up club.
Mm-hmm.
And we built that club from basically nothing. And the thing about it is that people are really excited about curling. Like they look at it and they think that it looks really cool, and they think they can do it, and there's just so much work when you're trying to we were in Pittsburgh, we would actually drag rocks up at like 9 o'clock or 9:30 at night after public skate, draw our houses on with markers, and just play like that until our arena actually let us paint the houses on. But it didn't matter. Like, people just had so much fun. There was just so much camaraderie. And there, like I said, there is part.
Yeah, that's great. Here's Evelyn. She not quite curling up, but I don't think that another rock in the 4-foot is going to hurt you too much at this point. Maybe. Creates a pocket. Yeah, as I always said to the kids when I coached them is you get to slide around on the ice on 1 foot with your friends. How bad could it be?
Yeah. So there are definitely a lot fewer curlers in the States. That means that, like I said, I'm coaching a U21 and U18 junior men's teams. There are 5 qualifiers that are spread across the United States. A lot of the teams have players that are from different states, and so they basically do a lot of travel and fly to go to qualifiers or even just go to events as teams. So it's very difficult, especially, like if you have junior teams. I was telling somebody else, to find 4 players of the same gender, most of the same age, of the same, goals and skill and aspirations,
Yes.
and with the same resources, actually,
And
is
you have to,
like
and you have to
finding,
like them too.
right, it's like finding lightning in a bottle. Like it's so precious. And when you have players and teams and they have a bunch of support behind them, it's just, it's like magic.
And they have to all be either Democrats or Republicans.
Yeah, that's right. You got that too. No, we don't talk about that.
No, we don't talk. We're not talking about that.
It was funny because one of the next club after Pittsburgh that I belonged to was the Potomac Curling Club, which was just outside of Washington, D.C. And, we never talked about politics, even though we were only 30 minutes away from the White House. So,
How's Obama's intern?
pardon me?
How's Obama's intern?
Oh, yeah.
Here comes Jamie Smith. Nice looking shot. Okay, we're playing angles on the 4-foot now. I'm not sure that's where you want to be with a 4-point lead, but it may be necessary now. Here's Grace Holyoke trying to nestle one in, and I don't think this is far off.
Nice shot.
Very nice. Still 3 rocks to come for Artichuk. So there's still a little bit of concern for a team that's up 4 playing with all that granite around the back of the tee line. We've got a final on sheet D as Lattiser has defeated Lovett. Here comes Megan Smith, throwing third stones for Emma Artichuk. The
Well, they
sweepers
gotta
are working
play
hard on
with
this.
the hold there.
And that didn't work out so well. Little narrow.
Yeah, so all they have to do is, put another one. Basically, top 4. I think that's where they want to put it. They are lane 4 right now.
This is to lie 5, pretty much all on the 4-foot. Put some more pressure on Emma Artichuk. I don't even know if you want to be back to that at this point. I suppose so, given that they can angle that blue into the 4-foot.
This looks like a nice shot.
Very good.
Not enough room to get around that with a draw. They do have the tap, but
Tough to score 2. Half a rock trying to tap this for shot stone and find a way to score 2, because I think if Artichuk gets forced, we are not going to see an 8th end, but not to get ahead of myself. Megan Smith second. Trying to angle this in for shot. Here at the Swiss Chalet Women's Curling Stadium in North Bay. Looks very
we have
close.
to watch out because this could take off. Oh,
It's a great shot.
perfect.
That's worth a replay. Nice going, Megan. Great shot. Well thrown and well managed. Double attempt for Hailey. They may have changed their mind. I don't think they're throwing that double now. I'm not sure if they're trying to freeze to that shot zone. Yep, they're throwing the draw. She looked at the double first. I think this is a good play. What do you think, Sandra?
A force of 1 is the real win. Then you
Might be the best way to stay out of 2.
Yeah. I mean, then you're like up 3 width, right? Going into the last one. Even if you give up 2, you're up 2.
Nice shot. They're going to have a chat here. So while they are, Schwaller has defeated Brown 12-3. Henderson of Scotland over Urin Urine. Huh. Uhiren, 11-1. Armstrong has defeated Lovett. Love it. Inglis and Rizzo are tied in the 8th, and Ford and Gebert are tied in the 7th. Ladisler defeated Lovett. Check that. Emma believes that her best way in there and chance at a deuce is to come off of her own blue. And she may be correct.
Well, or maybe she's trying to save the other way for her last shot.
Right. I think that intern draw is going to be really close to that corner guard, right? Maybe it might be by, right? Sandra, what do you think?
Well, that's that tricky spot. And I think that you have, like, there is room to get past that guard and into the 4-foot. Especially since it's a little closer to the house than what's been out there before.
She's really close. They love it. Not sure if she got second or not. I think if Hailey's feeling really good about that intern hit, she could remove the blue and also possibly roll to a spot that will make it extremely difficult to draw for 2. I don't think they have to flirt with that guard very much. They could pretty much hit that top 8 stone anywhere on the outside and get rid of the blue. Oh, I think they can hit a quarter of it and make the shot. What do you think,
I think
Sandra?
so too.
I don't think you have to be too cute to the guard. Curl. Evelyn's on it.
Here it comes. Nice shot.
Good shot. Looks like there may be a draw there for 2. to extend this game. I think they're going to play anyway with one. Tough draw. But if I know Emma, she'll be close.
Okay.
He's a
I
piece of the
like
white.
where she has the broom. I think that's the right place for this shot.
Yep. For Hailey, they had to get rid of one and leave this difficult draw. So they've got to be prepared to play this 8th end very sharp. Emma Artichuk, last rock here in the 7th end at the Swiss Chalet Women's Curling Stadium in North Bay. Very close. The Brushers love it.
Come
Looks
over.
like it may be a little
oh,
heavy.
Just a little heavy.
The score of 1. And we have a concession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So down 3 without is pretty tough at this level.
And that's a final as Hailey Armstrong defeats Emma Artichuk. 7-4, final after 7 ends. And we thank you so much for being here at Swiss Chalet Women's Curling Stadium. Thank you, Sandra McMakin. It was a terrific game with a big turnaround in the middle of the game, and it was great to be here.
I don't remember a time when curling wasn't a part of my life. When I wasn't putting in the sweat and hard work to be the best that I can be. Clocking in the time, the effort to practice day in, day out. Curling is more than just a game. It's a family, a community. And when it's time to play, I know I'll be ready. Hardline, supporting hundreds of our next generation athletes.
'Tis the season to enjoy Swiss Chalet's festive special. Canada's favorite rotisserie chicken, cranberry sauce, stuffing, Lindor chocolates, and a scratch and win card where everyone's a winner. Your favorite tradition, the festive special. Only $17.99, only at Swiss Chalet.